I was telling this story earlier tonight. So, one of the things that I look at from a resume perspective is, one, what experience do you have? Period. Have you worked? Period. How long have you stayed at a job? If you move every month, 3 months, 6 months, I don't want to put my time and effort into hiring you, so I wouldn't hire you. There was a story. We just hired an intern in my organization, and the gentleman, I don't interview often either, Mary, but I let my guys interview. And funny enough, I have 4 managers. They're all men, not one female, so I'm a little bit of a control freak. But the 2 resumes that came across our desk, and one was a gentleman, one was a female, and what it came down to is the female was a swimmer at a college and a lacrosse player. Wasn't my decision, I'd have a bias automatically, but the recommendation came forward that we need to hire the woman who is an athlete. Now, why an athlete in my eyes? They're dedicated, they're hardworking, they're committed. Those 3 are great attributes to hire no matter what industry you're in or the financial service industry. So those are 3 things I look for.
I agree with the... For us, it's very specific what we're usually looking for, but if we're hiring someone who has a couple of years out of school, it would be specific to what the work experience is. But we do always look at interests to see sort of what the person does to sort of get a sense for sort of how balanced they are as a human being. But a lot of it, for me, and I do a lot of interviewing, I basically interview everyone we hire, unlike Mary. And I spend most of my interview style is to be very comfortable, conversational, and just sort of get a sense for what that person would be like culturally and how they would fit in. Most of the time, I think there are lots of people that can fit a job for us. And it really comes down to, because we're so small, so our New York office is about 30 people, every time you add one person, it changes the dynamic. And so it's more about the culture. So we'll have, our associates interview, we might hire, our vice presidents interview. We have a lot of people interview people, just so that we know how they'll fit in. So a lot of it has to do with chemistry for us.